I consider myself a pretty intelligent person. It's not very modest, I know, but there are some things in life I'm sure of, and that is one of them. I'm 15 yet I easily do high school geometry. Well, in South Korea where I'm from, they won't even believe me that I do. I can work for many hours straight and not be bored. I can read, assimilate information, and memory too. When I did an IQ test, it showed IQ 133 up to 149. With all this off my sleeve, I should be able to give a pretty good talk on pretty much any subject, right? No. In our TED classes, I understood all concepts, but they couldn't find a place in my mind or heart. When confronted to choose a topic, I immediately gave up. So, what's wrong with me? Why don't I have a TED Talk topic? So I started thinking, is it just my problem or a problem of all those who have a decent IQ? Are intelligent people always non-creative? Are creative people, well, is it harder for them to study? I dove into some research and here's what I found. First, let's define creativity. According to Tanner Christensen, creativity is the ability to come up with new ideas through a mental process of connecting existing concepts. Creativity needs mental abilities. That's good. We already confirmed that I have those. That means I should be able to do it, right? No. Creativity isn't anything about mathematical or exact or easily traced back. In fact, when you ask creative people how they came up with their ideas, well, guys, they don't often know how the idea just appeared in them. Of course, they should be able to connect certain dots, but they can't always tell how things dawn on them. To me, that's silly. I can always trace the logical step and arrive at a conclusion and an answer. Unfortunately, it will be the only right answer to the only question asked. It won't be anything new. So, how does it work then? What am I missing? I researched some more, and according to Jeff Dance, the founder and the CEO of Fresh Thinking, I think gave me enough food for thought to understand my problem. He explains that creativity is the higher form of intelligence that goes beyond knowledge recall and becomes knowledge creation. Let's remember Einstein. He died before the IQ test was invented. So we don't know the figures, but I think no one would doubt that he was the most intelligent person out of this world. But how do we know that? Because he invented concepts and ideas. He took the knowledge that existed, investigated it, building on it, and turning it into new knowledge. So, how does it work? How does knowledge recall practically transform to knowledge creation? Einstein once heard that a family has been killed because their freezer refrigerator has lost its seal and the toxic fluid came out and suffocated everyone. Fridges like that were also bad for the environment. Einstein was a compassionate person as well as an intelligent person. So he had to find a solution. So he had a great knowledge of chemistry, knowledge recalled, physics, knowledge recalled, and patent laws, knowledge recalled. Together with his student, he used all of that and came up with a new refrigerator which is a non-freon, non-electricity refrigerator that uses ammonia, butane, and water, and patented 3 different models 45 times, which equals to knowledge creation. Now that we understand how this process works, I have to confirm that highly creative people are highly intelligent. But it appears that highly intelligent people are not always creative. What does our intelligence give us? It satisfies the basic for knowing, for information to know, to survive. Whatever we see as a survival, sometimes it's survival in the forest. In my case, it's survival in school and preparing for my future. But in order to make me to become creative, I have to make a jump for the basic. It's like intelligent knowledge is at the lower strata of Maslow pyramid. We need intelligence to fulfill our basic needs: physical, security, ego. But the top of the pyramid is the need of creativity. Actually, creative actualization, developing new ideas. Now that I all know this, I know where exactly I'm stuck. Right here. I need to make the jump into unknown, unfamiliar, and less secure. It sometimes lacks logic or exactness, or won't have enough facts to stand on, but I have to try. One thing I'm sure, that I have enough intelligence to make the next step. Now I just need the courage. Thank you.